just know, so fucking disappointed. Still in the box because I was like, you know what, I'm going to pass this on to someone. Who am I going to pass it on to? I don't know. Nobody will fucking want this. Hi, I hope you're all well. If you are new around here, hello, it's lovely to meet you. And if you are returning, thank you very fucking much for coming back. My name's Alanna and I'm a 36-year-old lady living in Scotland, and that is where my accent is from. And on this channel, we predominantly talk all things beauty, skincare, hair care, lifestyle, travel, vloggery bullshit, but with a liberal sprinkling of sarcasm and some might say cynicism thrown in on top. So this video, I was gonna make it maybe the tail end last year. You know, it's a kind of roundup of products, a full face, if you will. Everything that I've got on my face today, products that disappointed me, products that I wish I didn't buy, products that I wouldn't buy again, just stuff I'm leaving at the fucking door, to be honest with you. So if that sounds like your kind of thing, grab yourself a wee cup of tea, coffee, whatever the bloody fuck you like, and we'll just get into this. Also, I do like a sweary word on this channel. Probably should have said that before I said all the curse words, but it is what it is. If that sounds like your kind of thing, there's a wee subscription button in the corner. Give a wee thumbs up. All that other YouTuber crap. Let's go. So just before I get into this, I just want to say, first of all, this voice, honest to God. But I just want to say, I've put all these things in here and I could have put them in as a worst of 2023. But the reason I didn't want to do that, saying like these are the worst products, is because it might not be the product that I'm not enjoying. It might just be, it's not like a bad product. And sometimes like I see people and they'll be like, do not spend your money on this. I do that too. I will do that too. But sometimes the reason I'm saying don't spend your money on this is because if you have a similar skin type to me, skin tone to me, same colouring as me, then it's probably going to be something that you don't like the same way I don't like it. So if anything in this is included and you think that's one of my favourite things, that's okay. That's all right. I'm not saying that the product is necessarily bad. There might be the odd one or two that I just think is a bad product. But I'm not saying the product is bad. It's just because I don't like it. And I'm going to tell you why. So we're starting off with the Vive Skin Nova. Now, I did get these little like sample sachets when I was there in December at the pop-up shop. But I have spoke about this several times on my channel. It will not be any shock to anybody that watches my channel. I'm just going to show you it here. This is it here. It looks very golden. It doesn't come off that golden. I did buy this in the mini size when it first came out because on paper, this to me seemed like something I was going to love. I'm just going to put it on half of my face here. What I kind of was surprised about with this is that I expected this to be one of these kind of luminous, like leaves a little bit of a sheen or not a shimmer. You don't want it to fucking straight up sparkle on your face, but leave a little bit of a glow, like an iridescent glow to the skin. But I just feel it doesn't do that. Apparently it's got all this kind of skincare properties and things like that as well, and that's why people really like it. Is it niacinamide that's in it? It doesn't say here. Let me just look at the back. Glycerin, which is obviously a good one for like smoothing and some sort of hydration and things like that. There is niacinamide in it as well. So it's supposed to have like skincare properties as well. I remember when I read up about it, I thought that sounds like a really good product. However, I just feel like it does absolutely nothing for my skin. Now, with regards to it being a skincare item, I would have to use it consistently for over a month, wouldn't I? I didn't do that, so I'll put my hands up. But I feel like there just isn't enough of a difference for me to justify paying a decent amount of money for this. I feel like maybe this side looks a little bit more glowy, but I feel like here as well, like, there's not that much of a difference. It's not offensive. It doesn't do anything to my skin. It's not bad to my skin. It doesn't cause any issue. I don't put this on and think, oh, I need to take this off. It's pilling. It's doing this. It's doing that. It's doing the other. Nothing like that. To me, I just feel it's a little bit meh. There's not enough going on. There's just not enough going on. And I can buy the one from Beauty Bay, for instance, or even Glossy Future Dew. I really like that as well. I feel that's a little bit more sheeny, dewy. It's got a little bit more of a glow. It's a little bit more of a pink undertone. I really feel like there is zero, there's no like shimmer, there's no iridescence to this whatsoever. I'm not saying that it claims that, but I suppose that's what it was going to do. I think the skin looks nice. It doesn't make me feel any more like it's applying makeup better. It doesn't feel like it's a better primer than using my moisturisers. I just don't really get it. I just don't think it does very much. So for that reason, That is why I'm putting this in my disappointing products and regret buying products, because I just don't get it. I just think it's all right. Now I'm going to move on to eyes. So I'm going to take this from Gen C. I have two of these. I actually passed the other one on. They sent me these, so these were sent to me. These are the Mixed Media Matte Liquid Eyeshadows. The product itself, very lovely. However, they released 3 new shades last year. One was in Linen, which is this one here. One was in Orchid, which is this kind of like lavendery purple lilac shade. And they also done one that was Shroom. And Shroom is the one that I've passed on to someone because I already have Plush, which is just so similar. I feel like maybe Shroom is a little more cool tone, Plush a little bit more warm tone, but they're very close. And if you're shearing them out on the eye, there's not much difference. These two I'm putting into the products I'm saying regret buying, but just disappointing. I'm not gonna lie, because I didn't buy them with my own money. Because they do nothing for me. See, for my colouring, nothing at all. I have seen people who have a pale skin tone like me, but maybe with a fairer hair colour, and Orchid looks beautiful on them, looks lovely. I've seen people with darker skin tones using Orchid, looks beautiful on them. If you have a skin tone like me, you're pretty peely wally white, maybe a little bit ruddy in the cheeks, and you've got darker, redder tones through the hair, these do nothing for me. This one, Linen, just looks like my skin tone. Wait till I put it on and you'll see what I mean. Maybe not here, but once I've sheared it out, just looks like my skin tone. And this one looks grey. I am not going to use this one today because I am actually having to go somewhere in a minute, but I'm going to use Linen just to show you how insipid and pointless this is to put on my eyeballs. Now when I say that, what I'm meaning is I could use a concealer to do this. This does not need to be an eyeshadow shade. So I'm just going to pop it on the centre of the lid as I would. And as I say, I've got Plush and I've got Reef. They are two shades that I love from this range, from the Mixed Media. You can use it anywhere. It's not meant to just be an eyeshadow. I really enjoy these products. I think the product itself is really good. However, these colours, I just was like, what was the point in that? I don't get it. So that is one side sheared out. Like I say, I could have used concealer. It does nothing for me. Absolutely nothing. It's just, I might as well have used my concealer, as I said. I think if you wanted it to use it as a base, fine. Again, if you've got deeper skin tones, this is obviously going to show up a little bit better. I think if you're as fair as me, but also blonde, this is going to do nothing again. I just don't see the point in this product for someone with my skin tone. If you've got deeper skin tones, then maybe that would be something you would be into. But this shade is just a really strange one for me. I don't understand what it would be used for. It is slightly orangey, slightly peachy, a little warm toned, I would say. I think it looks more cool toned in the tube than it is on the eyes. So there is a little bit of warmth there. But honestly, like, I may as well have just put some concealer on my eyelids and went on my way. There's nothing. There's nothing to it. I don't get it. Now that I've already put a liquid shadow down, I'm very dubious to use the next product. So I've got two more products here that are eye products. This is the cream eyeshadow from Primark, the PS range. This is a beautiful shade. This is so nice. It is in bronze, I think. Let me just double check for you. Bronze gold. Look at that. Look at that. It's beautiful in a pot. The only problem that I have with this item is it creases really badly. Really badly. It just isn't there for me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go on with this one first because, as I said, I already have a liquid shadow on and I'm not sure how these are all going to play together. It could just end up disastrous, but that's the point in this video, right? I'm not suggesting you use them all at once. That would be my fault and not the product's fault, but here we go. So maybe I will put this on, but I did create an eye look with this as a base. It was beautiful, but it does crease on its own, and sometimes with a product like that, I just want it to set down. Give the Gen C ones their due. These do not crease, they do not move once they're on the eye. So that is a positive point for them. I then have this, which is the Eyeshadow Stilo from Makeup Academy. It's a duo cream eyeshadow stick. And this really, I thought, wow, yeah, this is going to be for me, like one and done situation. There is a matte shade on this side, and I mean, look at it, it's orangey goodness. And then on the other side, there is like this kind of bronzy, coppery, golden shade. Perfection, right? However, what I found with this was, Like, again, slight creasing, but also a little bit hard to blend. This is quite a stiff product, so I'm just going to pop it on the kind of outer aspects here. Oh, it's very stiff. It's actually pulling on my eyelid as I do this. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it. It's literally pulling on my eye. I'm just going to get another wee brush there to try and blend this a little bit. And it does blend okay, but I just felt like it's quite a stiff product to be putting on the eye. It's not creamy. And the colour is okay as well. Look at it there, quite nice. But if I remember rightly, I feel like the other side, this bronzy one, didn't really do very much for me. So look at us doing a orangey eye. How fucking basic of me. It's just, this is just not an enjoyable experience. The application is not enjoyable. It feels really tuggy on the eyelids. Maybe if you're a little bit younger, you're going to be like, do you know what, that's fine. But with someone who's starting to get eyelids that are a little bit droopier, it pulls and it's a bit fucking sore, I'm not going to lie. Most of the time I see lots of people saying things like about eyeshadows being like, oh, it's patchy, it's this, it's that. I feel like a lot of the time I can get things to work for me. A lot of the time I'm just like, yeah, it's probably my application, I'm blaming myself. But I just feel like there are matte shadow sticks like this on the market, even in a similar price range and a decent kind of affordable range, that are just so much more easy to use. I'm just going to go straight onto the brush with this because that pulling on my eyelid is not a fucking enjoyable experience. And then I'm just going to put it through the crease here. But the colour payoff is good. It's more the application on this one that I just do not enjoy. Again, there could be a shade issue here. Like maybe if I tried it in a different shade, it would be a little bit better. I've made it work for me today. It's fine. We've got a bit of a warm eye going on, but I just don't enjoy the application of that product at all. I'm going to take the other side, the kind of bronzy side. I'm just going to pop that as a little bit of a shimmer through the middle of the lid here. Like I feel like it should have popped more. It's a little bit kind of insipid. There's not enough sparkle and life to the pop. It's just a little bit underwhelming, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna just quickly, because again, I think once I buff this out, kind of buffs away to nothing, really. Like the shimmery shade just buffs away to absolutely fuck all. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this copper one and I am gonna use my finger right on the center, because this was actually beautiful. This was a really nice shade. Just unfortunately did crease, but this was really nice. This was really nice as like one of those kind of one and done shadows. I think you can see a little bit more sparkle and sheen there, and I feel like that actually had a really, really good finish to it, the Primark one. But if you are using it all over the lid, I did find that it creased quite a bit. I now feel like I need some sort of more light shade in here, and I don't have anything that I felt was rubbish. So I might need to take something that I like before I finish this look and just touch up in there. Let me just take a little bit of that on the outer corners of the lash line here, just to tie it up a little bit. And you might well be watching this just now being like, that looks like quite a nice eyeshadow look, Alana. It's all right. It's gonna do, and I'm going somewhere today, so it'll be fine, don't worry. But I just don't think either this product or this product are really worth it. Even at a more affordable price range, they just underwhelm me. Another eyeshadow product that I want to talk about that I don't think I'm going to be using today because, well, I don't need to. I've now got eyeshadow on. Oh, I can't get it open because my hands are a bit greasy from using that Skin Nova stuff. Is this here from e.l.f. It is their No Budge Cream Eyeshadow. So it does look like one of these classic gel liner situations, and it did go on really, really well, right? Really, really well. I was really impressed when I put it on. The problem was, this obviously says it's a No Budge Cream Eyeshadow, right? That's literally its name, I'm checking. No Budge Cream Eyeshadow. And this creased like a motherfucker. So I just thought this is like absolutely pointless. Like this makes no sense whatsoever because it clearly does budge and it clearly does crease. I want to wear it more like a liner because if I put it across all of my lid, it will absolutely crease. I found it was absolutely useless, and that claim, nonsense. I am not going to lie, I am hating this makeup right now. I have to go and get my nails done in the next hour. So it's going to be on my face to go and do that. I'm not going to be taking it off, but I fucking hate it. Can you see how bad this is? Hold on. It's just a bit insipid, a bit chunky, a bit... Oh, I don't know. I don't love it. It's not nice. So another couple of eye products that I also want to speak about. This one here was very kindly given to me by a friend, so there is no slight on them whatsoever, and it is a very, very expensive brand, so that's why I want to talk about it. Now this is one of the Tom Ford eyeshadow quads, eye colour quad cream, whatever they call them, and this is in Velours Khaki. Is that right? Did I remember? Yeah, Velours Khaki. Now on the surface of it, I thought this looks so beautiful. This looks so pretty. However, what I found was shadows themselves, they're fine. They're all right. They're nice shadows. I'm not going to like slight them on the quality, right? However, I just feel like there are a million other eyeshadow quads, palettes, things like that do the exact same thing, if not better. What I found really difficult about this palette was there's 3 really, really dark shades. Really, really dark. And to make an eye look with this palette is incredibly difficult. Again, this one here even, it probably looks a bit lighter in the viewfinder than it is in real life. And it is a powder, like a matte powder as well. There's no like shimmer to it or anything like that. It's a pretty, do you know what it's like? It's like this almost in powder form. So when I put it on my eyelids, it's like a kind of warm, insipid, kind of goldy colour. That's it here in the hat. Can you see it there? Just there. Just here. You can kind of see it. But once it's on the eyelids, it's not really fucking doing very much. There's nothing to give you a pop on the eye with this shade range. It's very dark, it's very deep. And the 2 at the bottom, like these 2 here, you think this one's a beautiful like foresty green, this one's more of a kind of khaki old gold green. This up here is more of a taupe. But actually they all start to look the same. Exactly the fucking same. So considering how much these cost, again, not knocking it because of the quality of the eyeshadow or the product, but this colourway is just a bit bleh. And I felt so like let down by it almost, because I love a green khaki eye, but it just didn't do what I wanted it to do. I just felt like this looks shit. Like when I used it, I was just like, meh, it's alright, like it's okay, but it wasn't doing anything. And as I say, considering the price of these, I would just steer clear. I just wouldn't buy another one. And again, obviously this was given to me as a gift, but I wouldn't pay full price for that. Absolutely not. Never in a million years. I feel like you can get ones from Charlotte Tilbury. They're still not like dead cheap, but I feel like the sparkles and the pops that you maybe get in the Charlotte Tilbury ones are just a little bit more exciting. Obviously, other ranges do apply as well. You can get more affordable brands that probably are doing exactly the same thing as well. But I just feel like this is missing something. This is missing like a pop of something to make the rest of the palette work. So just before I move on to any other kind of base products, blush, things like that, I am also going to exclude these. I'm really sorry. I feel like I'm being really negative towards Gen C, but I feel like in recent months, over the 6 months or so, some of the releases they've had recently just have been relatively underwhelming. So these are their cruise liners. They sent me Bangkok, NYC, and Miami. Now Bangkok is like this pink colour. Again, looks gorgeous. See when you swatch it. These are really wobbly as well. Like see the actual pencil. The black one snapped on me the first time I used it. So this is Bangkok, which is this beautiful pink colour here. Can you see it? Like frosty pink. It's nice. It isn't the most pigmented. It is pigmented, but it's not like, there's a little bit of sheerness to it. Like you need to build it up slightly to get that colour. The Miami one is the green one, and I feel like that one is supposed to be a metallic as well. Like they have matte and they have metallic, but the green one is not in any way, shape or form as metallic as this pink one. Let me just show you. I'll just show you them next to each other there. So you can see the pink one is shimmering, sheening right next to it, and next to the green one practically looks matte. But what I would say is the green one is more like a satin. There is a little bit of a sheen to it, a little bit of a shimmer. However, it's just nowhere near as shiny and sheeny as that pink one. And as for NYC, that is the black one. As I say, the first time I used it, it just snapped right off. That is it there. I just find they're a little bit brittle, a little bit kind of, I don't know, like, that's it there as well. There we go. So I think they're supposed to be like kind of no budgie type situation. I'm just reading the box here. It does say a vivid ultra long wear eyeliner that stays put for 12 hours, glides on for a precise line, easy to blend for a smoky look. I would dispute that. I did not find these easy to blend. I think that they do live up to their 12-hour staying power, because even when I've swatched them on my hand like that, trying to get them off my hand has been very, very difficult. So I do like give them that, justify them with that, but I feel like they just are underwhelming to me. And again, for the price of them, I'm just a little bit like, there are more affordable brands that are doing better things. Alright, so let's pull you in a little bit to do some brows and lashes. Okay, so I mean, there's a million things that I could say about brow products that I'm underwhelmed by. The truth is, like, a little bit what I'm saying to you is I prefer a glowy look, I prefer dewy look and all that kind of thing. I think that trend is going to kind of wean out a little bit this year. But if you've already seen my video with like trend predictions, New Year's resolutions, all that kind of pish, I'm going to put it up in the corner here. But what I am going to say is I have figured out this year that products that you have to draw through your eyebrows with, like pen products, those kind of slightly felt tip linery products, very thin pencil products, I just have no need for them. I have no requirement for them. So this is going to be very, very individual on your type of brows. I have thick, bushy, dark brows, right? Would have been your nightmare situation in the early noughties because everybody had skinny eyebrows. But my mum said to me, do not touch them, Alanna. Trends come and go. Leave your eyebrows alone. And I did. So what I'm going to say to you is things like this and things like this, these little pen products. One is from Catrice. It's called the On Point Brow Liner. And one is from Studio London and it's called the Brow Boss. I'm just going to show you the ends of both of them. There we go. This one here, this is the Studio London one. This one here is the Catrice one. And you can see one's got like this little 3 nib. One's like a felt tip pen. I have zero requirement for any of these products. I don't know why I was trying them last year. I don't know why I thought the need to have them. I could say, you know, okay, I've got a little gap here. Let's fill it in. But honest to goodness, like, I just don't need them. This is not a slight on the products, because if you are somebody that needs something like this, then maybe you will find this really, really useful. I personally just think it's pointless for me, because I can't get drawing in those individual lines, because I already have hairs there. I already have bits and bobs in that space. And when I start to fill it in, like to maybe fill gaps in, like see here, there's a little gap. It's not going to be individual lines. It's going to be pretty much block brows. You can see it happening while I'm doing it. Like this shape, oh my God, what have I created here? A monster. It's not going to give individual sparse looking brows. It's not going to do that. It's just going to make me look like Groucho Marx. It's just going to start me looking like I've got these really thick, blocky 2014 to 2016 Scouse brow. Is that what it was called? I can't even remember. But also these ones here with the little 3 nibs, this product just didn't work at all. It doesn't actually give any kind of individual 3 strokes. It is pretty much, if I can pull you in, it's more like actually, I felt like you do it really lightly, you might get them, but again, that's not going to make much of a difference in my brows. And when you press down, it's pretty much a whole like blob of colour. It's not giving you the individual tiny little hair-like look by the time I've went through my brows with it. I'm going to do this one on this side. Honestly, my nail ladies are going to be like, what the fuck? They're going to be like, I thought you'd done a bit of makeup on Instagram. What the fuck's going on in your brows today? It's just a fucking mess. That's what's going on. So I came to the decision, products like that are not for me. I do have 2 other products that I tried. One is the Kush Clear from Milk, and this is an eyebrow gel, because I do really enjoy an eyebrow gel. And this one here from 17 is the Precise Definition Tinted Gel. Now, if I remember rightly, this one is okay, but I felt like it probably didn't hold very well, and I feel exactly the same about the Milk Makeup one. The Milk Makeup one, I just felt like it didn't give any hold whatsoever, whereas this one, which was tinted, almost was a little bit too tinted, I want to say. It was like just a little bit much. I'm going to show you it on one brow and the other one is clear, so you'll see what I mean. There we go. That's what it was. It's too warm almost. It's too warm. Like, I'm looking at it and I'm like, that looks really, really warm through my brows in comparison to what my natural... Can you see that? I'm hoping you can look at that eyeshadow. It's a fucking mess. Okay, so I'm going to go with the clear one through this side and just look absolutely wild. This one goes through really well, and I think it defines the brows really, really well, and gives you that really almost laminated look if you wanted it, if you pushed them down. I don't like to push mine down onto my face, but it gives really good individual hold to the brow. Doesn't last at all. Did not like it, just thought absolute waste of time. Don't rate it at all. Okay, what I'm going to go on to now is mascara. I don't have loads of mascaras that I'm straight out the bat like, I hate this, I don't like it. However, this one here from ELF, the Lash and Roll, I just was so underwhelmed by it. I'm just going to pop it on here. It's got a plastic wand, that is it there, but I just felt like it was, with ELF mascaras, I felt this about another one that I picked up. I think it was like a Max Push Up, whatever the fuck it was. It's just the plastic ones are so scratchy. If you even catch the slight bit of your tight line underneath your eyelashes, fuck me, it's painful. I'm not saying like, you know, jab your fucking mascara wand right into your eyes, but see if you want to go to the base and like wiggle up, there is a risk of that happening, and I found that with ELF mascaras, that was happening. I haven't tried their bristle brush ones yet. I've only ever tried mascaras from them with the plasticky ones, but it's been enough for me to decide that I don't think I'll try them again. Oh, see, I nearly done it on that eye there. Nearly fucking took my eyeball out, and the problem is, when you do that, you then fucking blink, don't you? And then the mascara's all on the fucking bottom underneath your eyes, and you're like, oh shit balls. It's just, I don't know, the brushes are just way too spiky and sore. Alright, so that's where we're at with brows and eyes. Obviously, the main one I'm going to talk about with regards to base products. It's sad to see it here. It's really sad to see it here. This is the Glossier Stretch Foundation. I love Stretch Concealer. It is my favourite base product. I'm going to say it right then and there. I think I picked up my first one in 2017 or 18 whenever Glossier launched in the UK. I have bought it maybe twice a year since. I love it. They have recently changed the shade range on them to match the foundations, which is kind of difficult because I wish if like you were G10 or G11 originally, they would just say this is now what you are. They don't have that option. I picked up the foundation in light 1. However, after some investigation and speaking to Glossier myself, they said that light 2 would be my match in the stretch concealer, considering I was G10 and G11 in them before. So this is maybe just not quite the right shade for me. However, what I am going to say is this sells itself as a kind of, what do you call it? Like buildable, medium buildable coverage, or soft fucking medium, whatever it is it's saying. And I find this is not the case. This is not the case at all. This is a full coverage foundation for me. Again, for me. I do not like full coverage. I am not into full coverage matte foundations. I prefer a sheer watercolour, something that's just going to even out the skin tone, make things look pretty. I feel like I have to be really, really careful with this because it goes into that full coverage range very, very quickly. So I have to like really sheer it out, and then it does, I feel like, give me that almost mask effect on my face, rather than looking like, you know, you've just got a nice like wash of colour on the face. It does look like I am wearing a foundation, which again, nothing wrong with that. I wore this foundation to my mum's wedding. It was lovely, but this is not what I expected Glossier Stretch Foundation to be, considering what the concealer is. So the main regret I have is buying it because I thought it would be like Glossier Stretch Concealer, which it is absolutely fucking nothing like. This is much more coverage than Stretch Concealer. It is a lot less kind of, what do you call it, emollient. Like this is much more of a satin finish. It is not glossy, dewy, anything like that. It's not matte, but for me, it's as close as a matte I'm going to get to. And as I say, if I was going to an event or something, if I was going to something that meant I was going to have like a proper base foundation on, yes, I would wear it. However, I bought this with the view of, if it's going to be like Stretch Concealer, this might be a product that I will use on the daily, and it just isn't. It's not going to be one that I would do that for, and I do not think I will buy this again for that reason, because I just have no requirement for this type of makeup. I don't wear it often enough to justify buying it again, but I can probably see gives nice coverage. It is a nice product, it just isn't for me. It is not what I expected. So if you're somebody that loves Stretch Concealer and you think, I'm going to try the Stretch Foundation, be aware these are not the same product. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit as well. I don't think it's as bad today, but any dryness that I have, it clings to. Can you see it here? Just above my top lip. And there. My peeling from my retinol isn't quite so bad today, so it doesn't look too bad in other areas, but any area of dryness sticks to it like mad. And it doesn't matter what base I'm putting down. Like I used Glossier Future Dew, which helps a little bit. Obviously today I've used the Vive Skin Nova. If you're putting on like a dewy thing underneath it, I still felt like any areas that I was peeling in, it just clings to them. Any little bit of dry skin that you've got, it clings to it. So a blush product that I was really disappointed with last year, and I don't even think I really spoke about it on this channel because it was that disappointing, was this from NYX. It is the Wonder Stick, and it's supposed to be, if I remember looking at the box, let me just show you. Supposed to be like a sculpt and fucking cheek situation here, right? Sculpt blend. Apply lighter shade to the high points of the cheek and darker shade to the apples of the cheeks and the temples, and blend. To the apples? This is the apples. It's telling you to put it here, but it says, like the photo is saying put the darker one here, but it literally says apply the darker shade to the apples of the cheeks and temples. That doesn't seem right. Just really disappointing product, I'm not going to lie. So the shade I got was Honey Orange, obviously. And these are the two shades here. This one is the slightly darker one. This one is the slightly lighter one. So basically it's telling me to do this here, like a fucking bronzer contour situation. That ain't my apples, I'm telling you right now. And I'm not putting the dark one on my apples because it will look mental. So, and then to the temples. Yes. I'm really glad that I'm just going to get my nails done today. And then this lighter shade to the tops here. Here we go. Now what I didn't really like about this product is, doesn't make sense to me first of all, because why? Why would I not just use a bronzer, something like that? And two, I felt it was actually really quite a difficult blend. So I'm just doing the light shade first on the top here. And I felt like it lifted anything that I had on underneath it. Now this actually at the moment, this doesn't look too bad. This is quite pretty. But I'm just going to take slightly smaller brush here. This was the part. This was the part. Like, this is not blending and it is a bright fucking pink. And you're wanting me to put this on the apples or on this contour area? Where is the explanation here? You want me to put this on my temples? I'm not averse to fucking putting a blush up into the temples, not at all. But this is not, like, what is this product? What the fuck is this product? I just am like, that is pink. That is straight up pink. That is not a tone that I am going to be blending to make it look like it's pink. That's the other thing, is that it's called Honey Orange. Well, this I would say is rosy pink. This is not fucking orange at all. Just going to bring it here to try and even things out a little bit. It's pink. So it's gave me pink contour now. What is this product? I'm going to just go over it with my foundation brush to try and dampen that down a wee bit because it's mental. But no, just no, so fucking disappointing. Still in the box because I was like, you know what, I'm going to pass this on to someone. Who am I going to pass it on to? I don't know. Nobody will fucking want this. I don't have any really disappointing bronzers. Just going to say that as well. There's ones that I picked up that I thought, oh, I've picked up the wrong shade in that, but the product itself is okay. So I didn't want to like slag any kind of product like that off. I do have a couple of lip things that I want to mention. And I probably do have one concealer item that I would mention as well. And it is from the cream concealer from Studio London. And it's the Flaunt Flawless. This is just too heavy. This is just a real, I'm not even going to put it on today because, well, I put it on today, fuck it, that's what we're doing the video for. It is just super duper like heavy concealer. Now I thought as well this is going to be like a nice match for me. It has a little bit of a pink undertone and I thought that would be quite nice with my colouring, but it is really heavy concealer. I spoke about it in the video when I actually used like a full face of Studio London. This is not for me. It's so light and bright as well. Can you see that there? It's so obvious. I feel like this is a really old-fashioned version of what a concealer would be. Again, maybe circa 2014 to 18, 2014 to kind of 16 era. This is that really heavy, tart-shaped, tapey kind of concealer. Now it has lifted and brightened, but it also leaves me so crepey. So no, this is a no for me as well. As I was saying, lip products. One of the first ones I'm going to tell you about is the Rare Beauty Balms. I can't remember what these are called. Dewy lip balms. I have Empathy. It has been absolutely annihilated by my son. I hope you can see that there. He has had a chew at it or something. I do not like the feel of them. The way I have described them in the past is I feel like as if you've eaten something that is greasy. It feels like you've had a rolling sausage and it's oily and there's grease on the lips. It's no tug to it whatsoever, no kind of thickness to it. It's very slippy. Feels like you've had a buttery roll and you've got butter left on your lips, oil or butter on your lips. The shade is fine. I just do not like the feel of this product. It is not my favourite for one of these sheer tinted lip balms. Do not like. The other products that I've got is the Glossier G Suit and, believe it or not, the Violet FR, what are these called? Petal Bouche. Now hear me out here because I was very complimentary to Violet FR. But I felt like if I was going to include these, then I have to kind of include these. Here is my reasoning. The Glossier, which I'm going to put on today, this is the G Suit in Curve. Very comfortable. It is a classic kind of liquid lip situation, but a bit more comfortable. I feel like these are very nice with regards to wear down. And I say that this colour is very nice with regards to wear down. If you're wearing the red one, it's going to wear down very similar to that of a liquid lip. I feel that these are not the most comfortable option. I would much rather put on a kind of sheer balmy situation, like Ultra Lips or even the Violet FR. What are the other ones called? Bijou Balm, the Merit Signature Lipsticks, the Vive Satin Slips. Like, I feel like there are other ones that you can use. The Ultra Lip is like my go-to though. There's other ones that you can use that are just a little bit more comfortable, but give a different finish, obviously. This is very much a matte, cushiony, kind of puffy, cloud-like finish. It is very similar to that of a lot of Korean or Japanese beauty stuff. It's very pretty. And this colour wears down very beautifully. I'm not adverse to it. However, I just feel like I don't know why these came out because I think there's a million products on the market that were already doing it. And I felt like this did give me that reminiscence of the 2014 to 2018 liquid lips. Not as uncomfortable, these are much more comfortable, but it's similar. It's a liquid lip, but it's got that nice kind of blurred edge to it. It looks very soft and cushiony. But at my age, nearly 37, they are getting a little dry and I just find the balms are a little bit more comfortable. These are very pretty. I love the look of it, but I would not buy any more of them and I do regret purchasing 2 of them. I think I wish I'd just got this shade, because the red one does not wear down as nicely. It looks nice when you first put it on, but it just doesn't wear down as nicely. Now with the Violet FR Petal Bouche, I picked up 2 shades, and I can't remember what the one, they're so small, sorry. The Cerise Desir, this one here. This is the one that I tried on in the video, I'm sure. I've tried it on in a vlog up to Christmas. I have been wearing it throughout this time. I think it is beautiful, okay? The other one that I picked up is Amour 4. So first of all, I regret because I bought 2 that were almost the exact same fucking colour. And that was stupid. But here's my overriding thought now that I'm kind of 2-3 weeks into using these, 3-4 weeks maybe even. This is a very classic liquid lip feel. These wear down nicer than these. When I first put this on and blend it on the edge and the look of the makeup, it is exquisite. I love it. Love it. I love the look, the vampiness of it. It looks so gorgeous. However, if you're going to be wearing this throughout the day, it's very difficult to reapply over the top, the way the older kind of liquid lipsticks used to be as well. I think you're almost having to take this off and reapply, which out in the wilderness, out in the wild, you ain't doing, are you? I find this very, very difficult to go over the top of again. If you do put it on and you're just blotting it down to like a bit of a sheer wash, it looks very nice. It is not comfortable. And what I found was, if I was going to put it on and I thought, well, I want that little bit of comfort over the top, I'm going to then take out my Bijou Balm with me, which the colour complements really nicely. I'll put that over the top to keep it kind of nicely hydrated and that kind of sheer matte look. But when I done that, then this starts to kind of patch up underneath it. I also felt like I wore this out to a dinner just for Alan's birthday last week, and once you've had your dinner or anything, there's like this really obvious line here, which happens to me with a lot of lipsticks, especially dark ones. I'm not going to say it's not. I don't have big full lips. I've got just kind of normal sized lips, and that does happen to me. This kind of waterline here, that happens. But I find this happens quite dramatically so. It happens quite quickly, and I just feel like if I'd picked up one of these, then I certainly wouldn't have bought 2. I love the way it looks. I love the way it looks on first application, but the weight of it and the comfort of it is very, very poor. And so that is where I'm going to finish this look today. It's not horrific. I can go out like this, right? It's okay. I'm sure male people won't mind. Already I can see that Primark one creasing. Can you see it? See there? Like, it's already starting to leave a line. Do you see it? But it is what it is. We'll live and we learn, and I thought that would just be useful to you to see products that I kind of was a bit disappointed in, things that I picked up last year, and what I would advise you not to buy if you have a more dry skin type and things like that. I suppose that's what I'm telling you. But that's it. That's what this video is going to be. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.